Welcome to this tutorial for a strat that we currently know as TAS chip skip in Dusty Dune 3 and in the Dusty Dune Secret Star. And it allows us to skip having to collect the chips on the Raising Tower, as well as destroying the spiky plant in the third mission and collecting the rainbow notes in the Secret Star. This skip can be done with Mario or Luigi, and it also does not need 2Ps, so no matter what you prefer, if you do 1P or 2P, or if you do Mario or Luigi runs, you can always do the skip. It ends up saving around 30 seconds in Dusty Dune Secret and around 15 to 20 seconds in Dusty Dune 3, depending on your out of bounds execution. But as a heads up, it's a very high risk and medium reward strat, and it's quite difficult. So I only really recommend doing this strat if you are a high level runner with maybe around a 515 Luigi or a 525 Mario 120. Otherwise, I wouldn't even bother with this. So the first important thing about TAS chip skip is that we always want to end up in the same position once we hit the wall. And in order for that to happen, we need a setup on where to land in the quicksand. Because if you didn't know, once you land in the quicksand and you start mashing A to stay up, you can't actually influence Luigi's trajectory. So we will need a setup. And for that, you use the launch star, and once you land, you want to get out and immediately turn your camera to the left, like this. And throughout this entire setup, you always want to just hold up on the analog stick. And while doing that, you pay attention to these three lines on the brick wall. And once the last line disappears on the left side of your screen, you want to turn your camera again and long jump off the edge, just like this. And then you mash A until you reach the wall. And you'll end up in this point, and this is where you want to be. Now, if you do miss the strats, let's say I missed it here, and you respawn, you will actually notice that you don't end up in the same spot where the launch star put you, so you will need a new setup. And this new setup starts with 2 long jumps, but right after you perform the second long jump, you want to turn your camera twice immediately. Just like this. And this will give you a good angle that if you walk towards this line right here, that I'm pointing up with my pointer, you will get around the same position that you did before. And now, when I go to the wall again, I'm at the exact same position again. So now let's actually get into how to perform the double spin bonk wall jump once you actually reach the wall. And the setup I use uses a centered pointer, so it's only possible on 3DAS and the remastered version. I also pulled up my PB video right here to be able to pause the video and show you what I'm talking about. So first, you want to collect these star bits on this secret island, because during the secret stat we actually die, do an intentional death, and then we can collect those star bits again, which is useful for 120. And once you reach in the quicksand, you want to hold straight up on your analog stick and spam the center camera button, which is important for the setup that we're coming up. Also, you can see I'm holding up my left hand right now. This is the Joy-Con I'm gonna use to perform the spin. Once we reach this point on the wall, when the pointer's right here, I'm gonna show higher resolution screenshots of the 3DAS and the remastered version right here. Once we reach this point, we want to swing our left arm downwards, and in the same motion we also want to change our analog stick from up to down. That way we get a spin bonk, and as soon as possible we change to down, and that way we get a second spin bonk and can wall kick afterwards. So do that, and then spin to get up onto this. Once you do reach this platform, the movement to the secret star is actually pretty simple. because we have the perfect camera angle here to just hold straight down and do a long jump, and you will land on the next platform, like this. And from here you can do another long jump and a spin to reach the respawn zone of the secret area. And if you did it correctly, you should spawn right here. Here you want to make sure to already hold 2P while you spawn in, so you can hold this bullet bill, and then you do your usual strats to destroy this cage. For Dusty Dune 3, the out of bounds movement is a bit more different and also a bit more difficult. And I don't even personally do TAS chip skip in runs in Dusty Dune 3, because doing the double spin monk wall kick twice in one run in a row is very scary, and it also saves less time in Dusty Dune 3 than it does in Secret. But if you do want to do it and you're feeling confident, you want to do the same long jump as in Secret. And on this platform you want to set up Luigi to the top right of this platform and change the camera to the very left. And once you do that, you can long jump straight right, and you should be able to walk on the slope and get to the next platform. Like that. And once you're here, you can long jump straight left, and you kind of want to move under the planet to get to the coconut part. So here I hold kind of upwards and now spin and hold left. And that way I get to the pokey. To better visualize it for you, I pulled up NoClip, that website. And this is the platform we originally land on after doing the double spin monk wall jump. And from here we do the long jump downwards, and this lands us on this platform. And if we do the Dusty Dune 3 strat, we go one platform over, right here. And where we want to land is this coconut planet. So as you can see, if we just go left from this planet, we end up like right here, and it isn't quite enough to land us into the gravity field of this planet. So what we do want to do is you want to long jump straight left and kind of hold your analog stick towards under the planet, so you get more of this direction right here, and you land right here. One more reason why doing this strat in Dusty Dune 3 is a lot more scary than in Dusty Dune Secret is because if you ever mess up this out of bounds movement or miss the gravity field of the coconut planet and you end up falling, like let's say like this, you end up in this weird gravity loop that you cannot escape, and you have to quit out of the level, which is gonna lose a lot of time and probably kill your run.